government has finally decided to lift the nationwide lockdown from midnight yesterday, almost 4 months after it all started on 24th of March. The government's primary reasoning is its decision is that the number of coronavirus infections have greatly gone down in recent days. While the resumption of normal lives and activities is a welcome move for the ailing national economy, the possibility of community spread of coronavirus and the future consequences still cannot be ruled out. Good morning, I am Bipashna Tamang and these are the headlines of the hour. Government lifts the ongoing nationwide lockdown. Tourism sector to resume from August. Long distance vehicles resume from mid-August. At least 17 people killed since Monday following rain-induced floods and landslides. Hundreds displaced. Major highways remain obstructed. Nepal's remittance expected to decline in coming days as thousands of Nepali migrant workers abroad lose jobs abroad amid coronavirus pandemic. And US President Donald Trump warns the US pandemic will probably get worse before it gets better, urges the US people to wear face masks for the first time. The government has decided to lift the nationwide lockdown from midnight yesterday, citing that the number of coronavirus cases had declined in recent days. Finance Minister and government spokesperson Yuvraj Khatioda informed that the government has decided to resume the tourism activities from 30th of July, saying that it was not necessary to extend the lockdown. However, the government has prohibited gatherings such as parties and seminars in hotels and restaurants. Long-distance bus services are to resume from 17th of August and will need to adopt preventive measures. Schools across the country will be allowed to call for admission from the same day, that is 17th of August. The government has also decided to allow the training session for international sport events and preliminary round of sport from the same day itself. Both international and domestic flights will resume their services from 17th of August as well. The government has, however, sealed the international borders until 16th of August. A decision on resuming educational institutions, cinema halls, party palaces, recreational sports and religious sites is still awaited. Nepal reported 150 new cases of COVID-19 yesterday, taking the total tally of coronavirus cases to 17,994. According to the ministry, a total of 3,963 swab samples were tested yesterday through the PCR method in 27 laboratories across the country, taking the number of tests to more than 323,000. Meanwhile, 609 individuals registered full recovery, taking the total number of recoveries in the country to 12,477. According to the Health Ministry, there are 5,477 active cases in the country, while 21,704 people are in different quarantine centers. Meanwhile, the death toll due to COVID-19 stands at 40 in the country. 17 people have lost their lives in 2 days due to rain-induced disasters in the country. 4 people in Dhading, 2 each in Kathmandu and Nawalparasi East, and 1 each in Terathum and Rautahat districts were killed yesterday. Over 100 houses in Chapa and a dozen settlements in Rautahat have been inundated. 2 children were killed in a landslide triggered by the incessant rainfall in Pasidada of Tokha Municipality 1 yesterday morning. 3 members of the same family were buried in Golang of Dhading due to landslide yesterday. The deceased have been identified as Milan Khad, his wife and their daughter. Likewise, the dead body of a 17-year-old girl from Maliku who had been missing since yesterday was retrieved from the debris yesterday. Meanwhile, the body of Anjana Limbu from Myanglung, Terathum, who had been missing since Monday, was also recovered yesterday. Limbu was swept away by the flooded river in Solma. Sukman Thing in Rotahut was also killed after being swept away by the river. Many houses of several villages, including a police station in Rotahut, have been submerged after incessant rain since Monday, which has also obstructed Mahindra Highway. District Disaster Management Committee Rotahut has started rescuing victims who are at high risk due to flood triggered by heavy downpour. Local authorities have said the construction of a dam by India has been causing flood in the district every year. Prithvi Highway and BP Highway that connect outer districts with Kathmandu Valley have been obstructed due to landslide triggered by incessant rainfall. And time now for a short break. For more news, do stay with us. Welcome back. Nepalese migrant workers abroad have been losing jobs as the coronavirus pandemic has hit industries globally. However, despite the layoffs, remittance has reportedly been high in recent time. Nepal received a 94 billion rupees in the Nepalese month of Jesta, which is 40 billion rupees more than that of the amount a month earlier. We have a report.
The global coronavirus pandemic has hit many industries in the Gulf nations that host more than 3 million Nepalese migrant workers. With many companies shutting down, hundreds of Nepalese migrant workers have been returning home. Several companies have cited economic crisis as the reason for not extending workers' contract, while others have laid workers off despite contract time remaining. Based on government data, almost 15% of the 300,000 Nepalese workers in Qatar have lost their jobs since the pandemic began. Meanwhile, not even a single Nepalese worker have flew abroad for work since mid-March. However, despite the situation, Nepal has seen a surge in remittance. The central bank has said Nepal received 94 billion rupees in remittance between mid-May to mid-June, which is the highest monthly record in 3 years' time. Economists say companies have provided the laid-off workers compensations and gratuity, and that Nepalese workers have sent all their savings amid the crisis, contributing to the surge in remittance.
कम्पनीहरु चाहिँ क्लोज डाउन गर्ने, उनीहरुलाई डाउनसाइज गर्ने चाहिँ एउटा सुरसारमा भएको हुँदाखेरि उनीहरुले मजदुरहरुले पाउनुपर्ने कतिपय त्यो सेटलमेन्टहरु बाँकी भएका पेमेन्टहरु चाहिँ अब क्लियर गरिरहेको देखिन्छ। र अर्को कुरा अब यो धेरै कम्पनीहरुले तलब नदिएको लामो समयसम्म चाहिँ बेतलै बिदामा राखेर मजदुरहरुलाई चाहिँ एउटा अनिश्चयताको एउटा शिकार बनाएको कम्प्लेन पनि कतार सरकारमा पुगेकोले गर्दाखेरि कतार सरकारले कम्पनीहरुमाथि त्यो आफ्ना कामदारहरुको पेमेन्टलाई नरोक्न र उनीहरुको स्यालेरी सुचारु गर्न निर्देशन दिएको।
लकडाउनको कारणले गर्दाखेरि केही प्रतिशत चाहिँ मतलब के भने रकम चाहिँ नि अझै पनि हुन्डीबाट आउँछ। अब यो लकडाउनको कारणले गर्दाखेरि हुन्डीवालाहरूले काम गर्न सकेन, त्यसकारणले पनि अलिकति यो 94 अर्ब हुनमा डिग्री बढायो। तेस्रो कारण चाहिँ डलरको भाव अलिकति बढ्यो र जागिर छोड्दाखेरि कतिले जागिर गुमाए। त्यो जागिर छोड्दाखेरि कम्पनीहरूले उपदान वा चाहिँ बोनस वा विभिन्न प्रकारको सुविधा चाहिँ नगदको रूपमा चाहिँ लाभांशको रूपमा चाहिँ दिँदाखेरि त्यो पैसा बढेको हुनुपर्छ।
3,200 Nepalese have returned from Qatar in chartered flight since the lockdown, 2,200 of them with terminated contracts. The Nepalese embassy in Qatar has said it receives 50 applications a day from Nepalese workers in the country expressing interest to return home. The situation is no different in Kuwait, Oman, Saudi Arabia and United Arab Emirates. 5,700 Nepalese workers have returned home from Kuwait since early June. According to Nepalese embassy in Kuwait, 3,000 more are awaiting their flights back home. 1,000 among the 17,000 Nepalese workers in Oman have lost their jobs since the pandemic began. If the trend continues, economists have called a huge slump in remittance in near future as certain.
In our Public Voice segment, we had asked the locals of Udaipur why had they not adopted preventive measures when they stepped out despite the surge in COVID-19 cases. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
यो रोग आयो भनेर चाहिँ आकार भयो, सबै डरले आफआफ्नो उसमा चाहिँ नि भए, डराए। अहिले बजार खुलेको छ, गाडी खुलेको छ, सबै चिज हिँडेको छ, मान्छे अलिकति हेप्नु चाहिँ हेपेकै हो
निको भएर गएको संख्याहरू पनि बढिरहेको हुनाले अलिक डर चाहिँ कमै भएको पनि छ।
गाडी घोडा सवारी साधनको चाप बढेको छ, व्यापार व्यवसाय खुलेको छ, मानिसहरूको चाप पनि ठुलो परिमाणमा बढिएको छ, डर त जस्तो लाग्छ।
नहिँडिकन पनि हुँदैन, अब गर्नै पर्छ, गरे खानै पर्छ, हिँड्नै पर्छ, अनि डर त लागिरहेको छ।
जीविकोपार्जनको लागि पनि केही चाहिँ कामहरू गर्नुपर्ने भएको हुनाले मान्छेहरू चाहिँ बाध्यतावश अहिले चाहिँ मान्छेहरू चाहिँ के अरे बाहिर फ्री भएर निस्केका छन्।
लाग्छ नि डर त, तर बाध्यताले पनि हिँड्नु परिरहेको छ।
कोरोनाको डर हुँदै पनि हामीले चाहिँ आफ्नो कामको बाध्यताले हामीले यसरी खुल्ला रूपमा एकदम डरलाई चाहिँ एकदम भित्र राखेर हामीले हिँड्नुपर्ने हाम्रो बाध्यता छ।
भित्रै बस्दा त अब अलिकति सकिँदैन नि त, अब हामीलाई पनि त आवश्यक पर्ने सामानहरू हुन्छ है, खाद्य पदार्थहरू चाहिन्छ, अनि बाध्यताले पनि निक्लिनुपर्छ।
It's time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
And here's the question: what's your take on the use of dozers without considering environmental risks? Your options are option A, race for development, option B, weak monitoring, and option C, spending allocated budget. The voting for the question is on. Type any WS, select your options A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. And time now for the sports update. Aston Villa have registered a crucial victory over Arsenal, propelling them one position ahead of the relegation zone. In the match played at Villa Park, the home team Aston Villa registered a hard-fought 1-0 win over Arsenal. The 27th minute strike by Trezeguet proved decisive for the Villa win. It was, however, a stunning defeat for Gunners, who were fresh from their 2-1 victory against champions Liverpool last week. Aston Villa now have another crucial match against West Ham. A victory against West Ham will ensure Aston Villa stay in the top league for the new season. Meanwhile, Arsenal are going to end the season outside the top 6 for the first time in 25 years. Likewise, in another match, Manchester City thumped Watford 4-0. Further compounding miseries for the Hornets, who are in the 18th position in the league table. And that's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Have a great day ahead.